What do you know about the transgender rape in Loudoun County? If you don't know anything, you're about to find out.
Jerry, I appreciate you opening this segment, but I want to say one thing. We're about to watch one of, I think, the most despicable, heinous acts, sex crimes that took place in a frigging school where a girl was raped, and the board, the school people at the school, the council, they're lying about it.
They're lying about it.
What's going on?
Tried to cover it up.
I mean... Good God, it's just sick.
I mean, when there's something obvious going on and then you're lying about it, why are you trying to cover it up? It just makes you look worse.
Yeah, and one reason we want to talk about it is the mainstream media likes protecting the transgender LGBT movement, so you're not going to see as much coverage on this as other stories, even though it's an incredibly shocking, awful story.
Yeah, and so do you think even though this is such a heinous crime that they're trying to sweep this under the, not talk about it because
don't you
transgender
it looks like it's building now to the point where they can't keep it in the bag. The cat's out of the bag. Pandora's box is open. This thing's going to go full throttle, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing they tried to warn us that wouldn't happen. Happen.
Yeah.
Well, we have a video. It's a little bit long, so I guess we'll pause it and talk about it in between.
Sure.
But let me go ahead and get this going.
Robbie, what's on your radar? Today we have an update on a situation involving a man named Scott Smith. You probably don't remember his name, but you might know him by sight. Smith went viral on June 22nd after he was involved in a physical altercation at a school board meeting in Loudoun County, Virginia. Smith spoke up at the meeting, was eventually restrained by the police, bloodied, and dragged out in handcuffs.
He was beat
Let's
up.
take a look at some of that footage.
So this is not recent.
This was like June, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Smith was one of two men detained during that meeting. The other man was released, though ordered to appear before court on trespassing charges. Smith, on the other hand, was arrested and charged with obstruction of justice and disorderly conduct.
So that's at the school board meeting.
What was he fighting for it?
His daughter, because basically nobody believed what happened to his daughter, and they said he was lying. His daughter was the one raped in the bathroom.
Okay.
And he shows up there, and they beat him up. They beat the shit out of him.
The charges were made.
Wasn't it? He kept getting louder because they were calling him a liar.
Yep.
And he kept getting closer and louder. And finally, the school superintendent told the two cops were there, said, "Restrain this man. He's a danger."
Yeah,
well,
that's
but,
where
I mean,
his free speech was a danger about his daughter getting raped.
When you're trying to say something at the school board meeting that happened at the school because the faculty, I don't know if they let it slip by and let this happen. I don't know, but I mean, when he's trying to bring something up and they're not just not going to listen to him. I mean, I
guarantee every kid in that school knows everything about it.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been out in 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually found guilty and sentenced to 10 days in jail. Jeez. The cops attacking, handcuffing, and then dragging Smith out of the meeting was the most pivotal and disturbing moment of what had become an emotionally charged, raucous event, with many parents expressing their dissatisfaction with district leadership over a variety of issues, including a new transgender policy. That policy would require teachers to use students' chosen pronouns and prompt schools to renovate bathrooms so that they are more private for transgender students. As a Southern white man, Smith quickly became a symbol of bigoted resistance to this new progressive policy, as well as an icon of right-wing backlash against schools. School boards across the country are facing mounting hostility from conservative parents who object to a variety of progressive school policies, from mask mandates to critical race theory to accommodations in some cases for trans kids. School boards and the liberal Democrats who control them are so afraid of parental fury that the National School Board Association recently sent a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland demanding that the federal government monitor the situation and take action to deter parents who are acting as, quote, domestic terrorists.
So they're trying to get the federal government
Can you believe
in on this?
Attacking the parents.
There are not enough federal agents to make much of an impact. I mean, how many school boards do we have across the United States that has the potential for this?
Yeah.
250,000?
Right.
How many federal agents do we have? 10? 10,000? I'm serious. This is
It
ridiculous.
seems like a joke.
It does. Well, it is a joke.
I'm honestly surprised that the news anchor was willing to say what he did. You know, that the Democrat school boards were pushing against a white Southern male.
Yeah,
You know,
became
just
the
because
symbol.
he was a white Southern male.
Yeah.
And this is in Ashburn, Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Loudoun County. Okay.
Explicitly references
think
Scott
Loudoun's
Smith.
Georgia.
A footnote links to a news article about Smith
I think it's in
and the
Virginia.
mayhem at the Loudoun County school meeting. As I explained in a previous radar, AG Garland bowed to pressure from the school boards and announced that the FBI would coordinate with local law enforcement and look out for hostile parents.
So we're getting the FBI involved in hostile parents, right? Because there's so many hostile parents that go to the school board meetings, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
This is hot off of Google. There are, as of today, 35,842 federal agents. That is not many.
So are we going to take, divvy them all up and send them out to all the school boards to have one at every school board meeting? At what's it? What once
Each
a
school board would
twice
get a
week?
finger.
I don't know. How many times do they have meetings? I mean, how many hostile parents do you think we're having at school board meetings? Why are we getting federal people involved?
I think the critical issue right now is critical race theory. Critical race theory, protecting the transgender movement, that's created an environment of a heated environment everywhere.
We're going to go above and beyond what we need to do to make this look like a big deal in order to cater to a certain group of minorities that feel as though they're being made lesser.
But anybody that is counter to that narrative, it doesn't matter what their situation, they get taken apart.
Yeah.
He might have had Smith in mind when he issued this guidance. Well, it turns out Scott Smith had a pretty good reason to be upset. According to Smith, and according to the police, his daughter, a 9th grader, was sexually assaulted by a classmate, a 15-year-old boy wearing a dress, in a school bathroom. Smith's attorney told the Daily Wire that the assailant was arrested and charged with forcible sodomy, anal sodomy, and fellatio. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office confirmed these charges in a statement to the media.
Okay, let's just first say that's
the critical
disgusting.
part.
That's
he was
disgusting.
charged,
Yeah.
and the charges have been confirmed.
Yeah. So what's the big deal here? If it happened, right?
They're going to try to spin this as much as they can, but it's over, buddy. He's charged. He's guilty.
Yeah.
It's going full throttle.
What do you mean? What's the big deal here?
Well,
Can you
no,
expand on your comment?
okay. I guess I'm trying to say beforehand, all this stuff they've done before over this hostile parent, and they're getting people involved that are 15 steps, or I don't know. I'm just saying they're getting federal agents involved instead of just keeping this local. When there's something that actually happened and they didn't listen, and
Well, I
it's
think
their
it just,
fault. They
it
drove
just
the ball.
proves that Scott Smith, he had grounds to stand on.
Well,
when
yeah,
he was going nuts in this
that's
meeting.
what I'm saying.
Well, remember this. Some school boards have sent letters requesting. The federal government can't send all their friggin' agents out. There's other things going on in the world that are more important than having an FBI guy standing in a transgender bathroom.
Yeah, especially when you have local police to deal with stuff that are, local crimes.
Yeah.
That was the police beating the guy down. Beating the dad down. And
well, I could see where the dad could have cold cocked one of the cops.
Oh man,
so emotional.
I'm honestly impressed he kept his composure as much as he did.
Did he do the right
daughters.
thing?
Yeah.
I mean, did he?
I can get angry.
I've got a daughter. I'd kill for her.
This is a little bit off the path, but do you think he did the right thing? And he didn't.
Yes.
Nobody was
take the
listening.
officer out.
He lit the match.
No, I'm saying, do you think he did the right thing and not take the officer out?
No.
Nice right hook.
I don't think he had a real opportunity. It was like they were taking him down ahead of time.
I'm just saying he lit the match. It was such a big brouhaha in the beginning The media thought he was full of BS, so they covered it.
The sole reason,
And
too.
then it
And then they found out they were wrong.
Then they found,
They found out they were wrong. And that's what they do.
Uh-huh.
They just keep sweeping it up and dumping it behind their shoulder.
Yep, you're in trouble now, boy.
It comes down to he was going against the narrative. Like, he was going against the narrative, and nobody could have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
And now there's no videos out there on this at all. Like, I mean, this is one of the sole videos you could even find. On the
Right.
subject.
Swept under the rug because it goes against the narrative.
Oh.
Everyone deserves due process, and the assailant should absolutely have their day in court. Moreover, this incident should not serve as some excuse to mock trans people or any kid or teenager struggling with their gender identity.
He's
in fact,
nailing
it turns out that Smith bears no grudge against trans people in general, telling Fox News, quote, "I am good with gay people and cross-gender people. Anybody who wants to be a good American, I am good with. I went there to find..."
Keyword, good.
Yeah,
Right?
just
Good
not-
American.
Just not with one that's going to rape
when
his
you're
daughter.
it doesn't matter whether you're transgender or whatever, not or straight or gay. Like, if you're raping people,
Rape's rape.
yeah. So I don't care what you are, but yeah. So I mean, it's a good thing that he actually made that statement, because this is not about the fact that, I mean,
This is the transgenders people's worst nightmare. A boy wearing a skirt rapes a girl forcibly 3 different ways.
and it's caught
In school.
with
While school is in session.
yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive that his dad, came out and said, like, he's fine with all these people. And the real narrative is like they were saying that these people were harmless, like men going into women's bathrooms and, men who identified as women going into women's bathrooms.
I actually have something to say on that. So I'm actually not. Was he like going? And this is a serious question. Was he going into the women's restroom
To use it.
Like he was
As a girl.
genuinely using it as
Yeah.
a girl, or he was pretending to be
yeah.
transgender in order to?
Another
to do
quick
this? I
story
don't
today.
know
They
the answer to
arrested
that.
It
another
was
guy.
a boy that is now a woman.
Okay,
in
yeah.
the
I'm just
girls-
making sure.
in the
Yeah, I
girls'
was just
bathroom.
Just a quick related story. They arrested a man today. He dressed as a woman. He was in a women's bathroom, been doing this sometime, and he had a camera the shape
Sticking it
of an
under
ink
the-
pen, and he was using it and standing around in there doing his hair and stuff and filming women unclothed. A man
Yeah.
pretending to be a woman. This is
That's-
beautiful, guys. This is just the kind of stuff we need to get this ridiculous law reversed.
It's just the beginning, too, right? Because people that want to cause harm and crime, they're just going to keep doing it. They're going to find ways
God.
to skirt the system and to do harm.
Yeah.
Why our children were not safe. It was a good question. Smith's daughter's attacker was apparently transferred to another school where they assaulted another student earlier this month. Scott Smith told the Daily Wire, "It has been so hard to keep my mouth shut and wait this out. It's been the most powerless thing I've ever been through.
I mean, yeah, I can understand that. I mean, when you can't say anything or no one's listening to you and something's happening, if something's happened in someone's life, at least someone that you're close to, that their emotions change, and you can tell when someone's lying and when they're not lying. And when no one's listening to you and you're the only person that can speak out, I mean, that
complete island, yeah.
I mean, it's like you're carried out on a boat in the middle of the ocean and just dropped off with a floaty, so 2 floaties around your arm, and they leave you.
This father was pushed to the point of frustration beyond the human capacity to restrain himself. He should be released from jail and given an apology now that the circumstances are known. He has no business doing 10 days
That's
in
not going to
jail.
happen, though.
You don't know that. Those cops are good guys.
He was
They
put
all-
in jail back in June, right?
Yeah, he's
so
not
he's
in
been
jail,
out.
yeah.
He did 10 days.
Oh, it's over? Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, well, I meant the apology part.
Yeah, he definitely deserves an apology.
He's not going to
Yeah.
get one.
But, it's definitely his attorney that's telling him to be quiet,
He has a good attorney.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I imagine that there's, not to just say the school, but there's probably media organizations that put out news stories like shaming this guy because he disrupted a school board meeting.
Well, I can
It's
tell
not-
you, he's going to be on the Daily Wire, the Free Beacon, Newsbreak. He'll be in the New York Post, and he's going to be on Fox. So believe me, this thing is just heating up nice.
But none of those were generally liberal considered news organizations.
These are conservative news
Right.
organizations. Well, but I'm saying they do have their audience. Once it gets to a certain point, they've got even CNN. was calling themselves out. That one lady gave Sandra Gupta gave Don Lemon hell for giving Joe Rogan trouble with his vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Sexual,
getting out.
heterosexual, bisexual, transsexual, he's a sexual predator. Just before Smith's outburst at the school meeting, which led to his arrest, the superintendent of Loudoun Schools, Scott Ziegler, denied that there had been any sexual assaults in district bathrooms. Minutes before Smith...
Denied it, like...
Yeah, and that's where I was getting
Complete
cart
cover-up.
before the horse, yeah, but they said
But
it
he
never
can always
happened.
say nobody told him. We'd have to have a corroborating witness said, no, I'm sorry, I told you 2 days ago.
It happened.
arrest at the June 22nd board meeting, Loudoun County Public School Superintendent Scott Ziegler declared that the predator transgender student or person simply does not exist, and that to his knowledge, we don't have any record of assaults occurring in our restrooms. Well, his knowledge was
We
wrong.
don't have
There
any
was a
record.
problem, and parents had every reason to call him out and demand answers, especially Scott Smith. You know, this is just... And it should not become, you know, an issue about trans people being dangerous or scary, but there was clearly a real problem with this
I
specific
think we can
individual.
kill it, but so what is the solution here? Do you
Yeah.
have like long term? Is it better to have transgender people use their own bathroom, like a private bathroom? I know they're never going to go for that.
I don't think this is a transgender issue. So I am not going to change. However, I don't have any hatred towards people that do. I don't have any hatred towards gay people or lesbian people. I don't think they're all bad, right? I don't think all men are bad. I don't think all women are bad. It's not that. This is just an issue with monitoring people. You know, when someone is a hostile or creates a hostile environment.
But nobody monitors the Lowe's bathroom.
Well,
and
no,
your
but
daughter can go into it, and there could be a transgender
sure, yeah, but
woman in there and,
I mean,
and rape your daughter while you were going to the bathroom.
I mean, that's a possibility too. But I mean, if you want to ask that question, possibly, I know you have to go through some mental health screening in order to actually go through with like changing your gender. So, I mean, maybe continual.
We're going down a
mental health
rabbit hole here with that. 68% of all people that change their gender regret it. 72% of them try to commit suicide within 2 years. Here's the point to me. Do you have the right to be safe in a bathroom in a school?
Of
You
course.
damn right you do. Well, look at it this way. Let's say a girl goes into the boys' bathroom dressed as a boy. How many boys is she going to rape? None. We're stronger than they are. What percentage of rapes across the country are committed by men? 99.999? Okay, now
Probably,
this dude
yeah.
goes into a girl's bathroom in an elementary school, and there's girls in there from 12 years old to 14, and he's 16 and pretty damn strong and decides to rape one. He can do it, and he did it. That's the problem. It's not equitable.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I understand and I agree with you. I just don't know I don't know what the solution is, right?
Yeah, some things are just hard to find a solution.
I'm not sure there's a right solution. There's not a one size fits all solution here, I don't think.
Well,
But
Maybe we just had
I
a
mean,
pretty good system
here's-
for like
here's the
2,000 years. If you're a man, you go to the man's bathroom. If you're a woman, you go to the woman's
yeah,
got
if
a
you
solution.
are, I would say
birth.
if you are born at birth as a male, you should use the male's restroom. I mean, based on what you're saying,
Well-
due to physical body size.
Well,
and
here's the
physical capabilities.
solution. We had no problem 20 years ago. That's the solution. You go back to common sense. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. And it's the same conundrum with the Olympics. They're trying to figure the hell out for that.
I mean, I will say, you know, live and let live. If you want to go be a transgender, it's not going to affect me. Go do it. But if we're going to talk about the bathroom situation, then possibly
You could have like chromosomal bathrooms. There's an XX bathroom and an XY bathroom.
Hey, how about
you know?
we just
There you
have
go.
gender neutral bathrooms and anyone can use it? And if you feel
the guys
if you
can
feel
keep an eye
daring
on it.
enough, if you feel daring enough, you go use the gender neutral one.
Hey,
and if you don't,
Let me ask you,
use the one
if you're John, if you're in a bathroom and a guy that's 6'2", broad shoulders, comes in a dress and all made up to go to the bathroom, do you give a rat's?
If he comes in the male bathroom,
Yeah, would you care? Would you?
I mean, I would be confused. Like,
Well, you'd be shocked. But what I'm getting at,
I
women
wouldn't
wear
rape him.
Are you sure about that one, John?
All I'm saying is I wouldn't be intimidated. I'd be
Yeah, you'd have
fascinated.
Have a pretty good story walking out of
But
there.
women wear blue jeans.
Yeah.
So that guy could be identifying as a woman. He's 6'2". He weighs 220 pounds. He's dressed like a man. And he strolls into the women's bathroom where everybody in there is a natural woman and they're acting like it. That is not right. No one has the right to do that.
We could have weight class bathrooms, like
Oh my god.
featherweights and heavyweights.
All right, so basically what you're saying is I'm going to be using the bathroom with people that I definitely should not be in the bathroom with, and I'm going to get charged because I'm in a bathroom with younger people. I'm not doing that, okay?
And our government's
not happening.
Our government's got to figure this out, you know.
Yeah.
And it's going to get incredibly confusing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
what a mess.
It's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, guys, this is a
Or
really
better and better.
this is a really crazy
glass half full.
story, but we want to see or we want to read your comments. So guys, go ahead and post them into the comments. Give us a like and a subscribe. We're going to read them. You know, we'll reply to you guys, but we want to hear them.
Yeah, we
So-
need your support. So
And
trying to get the subscribers up.
Yeah.
the subscribers up, you know, you'll see more of this great content. So
What's that? One song?
what's
Don't
song?
stop believing.
No. It was Aerosmith. Dude looks like a lady.
Oh my god.
Dude looks
We'll
like
see you
a lady.
guys later.
Dude looks like a lady.